Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a brand new vlog, a very fresh-faced start to the vlog today. It's actually Monday morning and I have got very confused with my vlogging because I actually did some vlogging yesterday thinking that I was in the middle of a vlog when actually I hadn't started a vlog. So I did take a few clips yesterday. It's a lovely, very relaxed Sunday. We took the dogs out for a really early morning walk. We just both woke up quite naturally, really early. So took the boys out for a nice walk, and then it was actually one of those days where we just wanted to do a lot of like sorting, a lot of organizing in the house. And while Charlie was cooking breakfast, I did my seedling potting on. So in fact, I think I even spoke to the camera. It wasn't just all scenic clips. So I will share that with you now. So my gardening task this morning is potting on a few of my little seedlings. So for example, over here, we can see that my red oak lettuce, these have all done really well, and they're starting to get a little bit crowded for their little beds. So what I'm going to do now is take some of the stronger looking ones and give them their own individual little container in this empty seed tray that I've prepared here, and then the next step will be to go on to the big beds. This is not something that I did last year. I never really found the time to do it, but actually I don't know if I did lettuce from seed last year, but seeing as it's in my raised bed plan, I think it's important that I do this step to give my little lettuces the best chance. So what I'm going to do is actually just be quite lazy and use my Sharpie to create holes in these beds. And then if you can see here, this is my first attempt by the way, so hopefully this works. You should only ever hold a seedling by the leaves. Gently give that a pull and you can see that that's come out with the root, and then you basically just put it in its own little cell. You can bury it even though only that bottom centimetre was underground last time. Mine are a little bit leggy because they've been reaching for the sun, so you can bury it a little bit deeper. I obviously need my other hand to then fill the soil in around the edges, and then I'll water it from the bottom afterwards so that the roots get a really nice drink. Would you like to tell me why you're lying on the soil, my little boy? Why exactly is that your chosen spot for the morning? Right. You are quite the unusual little boy, aren't you? Okay, so I finished doing my potting on. These are the remaining seedlings. I'm going to leave them out here for the rest of the afternoon just to get them used to the cooler temperatures, and as you can see the wind just blowing them, that actually really helps to strengthen the little seedlings. And then the ones that I spent the last half an hour or so moving to their grown-up locations, I've popped them in the greenhouse here so they'll be a little bit more protected. So we've got the red oak lettuce over there at the far end, and then some spinach. I actually found the spinach really hard to move. Every time I pick them up, you can see lots of them, the leaves have actually snapped, and I barely got any root up. So if any of you guys have got any spinach potting on tips, then please let me know. And then we've got the kohlrabi, some of the more grown-up ones that I haven't yet potted on, haven't got time to do that today. I've just popped in here as well so get some more sunshine, and then the remainder of the green, what do you call it, calabrese, I think that's how you say it, and the rest of the red oak lettuce all living in here alongside the herbs, which hopefully we'll be able to plant this next week. So the beds haven't actually changed since the last vlog because it's been a weekend, so we haven't had the chaps here, but you can see this is a result of our hard work that you'll have seen in the last vlog, the well-rotted manure on top of the beds. There's a little bit of a smell, but it's actually not too bad. And then next I think we're going to get, once this has had some rain on it and settled down, just before we do the planting, after the irrigation pipes have gone in, we will just put some really nice nutritious compost on top. Charlie is watering the plants, which are going to go into the flower beds once they're ready. And something I don't think I showed you were these two little points. So we've actually got two taps on little oak posts which match the posts on the edge of the bed. Next time we come down here, this should be finished. This side section is going to have a kind of condensed gravel on it. So we've got these nice little brass taps which will rust up really nicely, and then there's another one, don't know if you can see, just here, which is really great for filling up our watering cans. So these are the bare root David Austin roses that Charlie and I planted, that you'll have seen in the last video, and once they start to get a little bit bigger, we'll start to encourage them over to the stone columns, and hopefully over time they'll start to grow upwards. And we're back to Monday morning, so do you know what, I've got a little bit strange with my timings with my vlogs lately, so you probably feel like you're being thrown around all these different time zones, a little bit of inception going on. But yeah, it's Monday morning, and as you'll have just seen, started the day with Reformer Pilates at Daylesford, which is just such a lovely way to start the week. I think when I get a bit overwhelmed, I find that if my Monday morning is too hectic, it just kind of starts the week off on a bit of a mad footing, and I find it harder to get back to level 1, if you know what I mean. So I find that if I start my week in a little bit more of a calm way, it tends to be better. So to continue this kind of theme of having a nice, kind of wholesome start to the week, looking after myself, I am now going to have a bath, which is potentially a little bit mad to do in the middle of a Monday morning, but I always feel like you just have to listen to what you need to do, and this is what my body is telling me that I need right now. It wasn't a particularly tough Pilates session, but actually yesterday on the dog walk I was carrying Dexter over a bridge, because Dexter actually has a phobia of bridges. Any ground that's hollow, if there's any kind of bridge, any kind of decking, he puts the brakes on, the sausage dog brakes, and he refuses to go over it, so I have to carry him over all the bridges. And this one in our village has got like a metal framework over it, and I was lifting my knee up to get off the end of the bridge, and I smacked my knee into this metal pole, and it was excruciating. And I think that and then doing like knee bending exercises in the Pilates this morning, a little bit sore. So I'm gonna have a bath, which will be really lovely. And I've shared my bathing routine with you before, but this is a little bit more special because Spa, who you may remember, I went to the new Spa at the Corinthia a couple of weeks ago. What an absolute dream that is. They, of course, have an incredible range of products where you can get that really incredible wellness experience from the comfort of your own home. I'm probably not going to go as far as to light my amazing 3-wick candle today, because this is more of a midweek bathing experience, whereas that's reserved for like my Sunday night pampering experiences. But what I am going to use, as always, is one of their incredible essential oil blends, and I have a new collection to share with you. So this is the collection of their new signature blends. So the signature blends aromatherapy bath and body oil collection. I would say if you're not able to visit a spa to really experience the Northern Sea, which is your favorite, this is a really great place to start, because you do have in here all 7 of the signature blends. First of all, for when you're on the go, these little minis are amazing. I always put one in my travel bag just in case there's a bathtub, or even if there isn't, I just like to apply them on my body and enjoy the aroma no matter where I go. Also really good for on an airplane, because you know sometimes you can just get a little bit of like a fumey smell. You just want something that's really gonna lift your spirits, and this is perfect for that. But yeah, this is a really great discovery kit to find out which of the Espa signature oils is the one that you're just going to most connect with, and it's as simple as just inhaling, spending a moment inhaling each of the oils and seeing which scent you're naturally drawn towards the most. So for me, usually it's the Connection body oil, bath and body oil. This is the one that I have nearly finished that was on the bathtub, but I've actually just got a full size of the Positivity oil, and this has got some of my favorite ingredients in there, including a rose geranium and jasmine. And rose geranium in particular is one of my favorite scents. It's very uplifting. I mean, it's called the Positivity oil, but it really just lifts the spirits, and being cocooned in those oils, so good for the skin, great for the mind, and just the perfect way to start my Monday morning. Other ones include the Restful bath and body oil, so great for popping in your bath or just over your chest before bed. Restorative, really nice after a workout. Sometimes what I'll do is just put a capful over my chest and then get in the shower. It doesn't need to be like a full-on elongated bathing experience. Soothing, really nice for a little massage. Energizing, a great one for in the mornings. You can also just pop them on your pulse points as well, and then inhale. Also, that one's really nice in that kind of afternoon slump after, because you guys know I eat a lot of mac and cheese and things like that, and sometimes I can feel a bit sluggish in the afternoons, but an energizing body oil just on the wrists, or even just rubbing it between my hands and inhaling it instantly, it's as though like the fog from your mind just alleviates. Connection, and then do you know what, I haven't actually tried fortifying before, so that's definitely next on my wish list. So Espa have obviously been the experts in aromatherapy in essential oils for nearly 30 years now, and they really champion how fantastic oils are, not only for the skin but for the mind and the body. So a great product to add into your routine, whether it's just for that moment of calm, that real bit of investing in me time, or just slotting really easily into your routine to get those kind of uplifting benefits. So this is my full-size Positivity bath and body oil, and I'm going to be quite luxurious this morning. I'm going to put 2 capfuls of this into my bath, and it's going to make the whole room smell absolutely heavenly. And of course, the most incredible quality natural ingredients. This is going to make my skin so soft, smell amazing. Oh. My goodness, that smells so good. And then afterwards, I can complete the experience by putting it on my body as well. And obviously essential oils, so moisturizing, so hydrating, and then you just get a little bit of the fragrance all throughout the rest of the day. Also in the collection are their room mists. So this is they actually call them their atmosphere mists. So this is the Positivity Atmosphere Mist. Obviously, if you are about to have an amazing bathing experience, mist your whole room, but a fantastic desk side essential as well. I also have some little minis of these, and again, great for in your handbag. I keep one of these. This is the soothing one. I keep one of these in the car. Very, very handy in case I have bought some fish and chips home with me and I need to make the car smell great again, or just if you're in a long car journey and you need something to help you chill out a little bit if you find driving a little bit stressful, or if you're trying to stop your other half from getting road rage. Just saying, that's a really nice idea. I've actually never done this, but this would be a really nice addition to like a yoga or a meditation routine as well. Just misting your room, your space with the Positivity Atmosphere Mist, and then doing your breathing exercises. What a lovely thing to do. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get in the bath because I need a little bit of pampering. Shall I wash my hair? Well, I feel very zen, very relaxed after that wonderful bathing experience. I've just popped a little bit of, do you know what, I didn't even feel like I really needed to, because the good thing about putting an essential oil in your bath, even just 2 capfuls, and those caps are not even like a full cap because it's got like a funnel in it, so I would say it was like, I don't know, half an egg cup's worth of essential oil, And the way that it infuses with the water, when you get out of the water, you feel already moisturized and smelling heavenly, so you don't even need to apply any more. But as you saw, I just popped a little bit more on my chest and arms because then I get to enjoy the fragrance for the rest of the day, if not beyond. There is nothing lovelier than having an evening bath, being covered in essential oils, and then slipping on some silk pyjamas. I've got a really lovely pair of silk pyjamas from Espa actually. If they're still in stock, I will leave them linked down below. And I do actually have an Espa discount code, so I'll leave that on the screen and all the information for that down in the description box below in case you'd like to treat yourself to anything. With products like the Espa products, I always think it's so nice to just invest in those few key pieces that can not only be great for your body, but also for your mind as well. It's a real investment in your mindset, and if it can help get your week off to a great start, like I feel it does for me, then that is money well spent. But funnily enough, the soothing mist that I sprayed, that little mini one, I had that with me in Charleston, and I sprayed it in the car journeys, I sprayed it in the hotel rooms, I sprayed it on the aeroplane, and scent has such strong memory invoking abilities, and it just gave me such deja vu and such a fondness for our trip to Charleston. So this is really dorky, but I've just started rewatching our Charleston vlog. If any other YouTubers rewatched their own videos, let me know, but it's just so nice to have that memory. And yeah, the smell of the Espa mist just really reminded me of it. Anyway, I am going to dry my hair. I just decided last minute to wash it, and I'm going to use my new Dyson Airwrap Complete. So I did unbox this with you in the last vlog, and I said I was going to show you it in action, but I never did. So here we go. As I mentioned, the only difference really to the packaging is the fact that the lid comes completely off, which is actually really helpful for creating a little space here on your dressing table. The first thing I'm going to do is use my usual hair products, my leave-in conditioner and an oil, and get my hair to about 80% dry. My usual products. I always use either the Red Ken One United spray or the Pureology Colour Fanatic, and then a hair oil. I'm not 100% fussed which hair oil, but the Kerastars ones are always really good. So first of all, this is the body. I don't believe anything has changed here, but immediately we have a new accessory. So, as I mentioned in the unboxing, if you've got the existing Dyson Airwrap, you can buy the new accessories to use on your old one. So don't worry, you don't need to buy a whole new Airwrap. If you do not want to, I believe at the moment they are in stock, so I will leave these linked down below. You know how quickly Dyson Airwraps sell out. So this is the new drying tool. This is the Coanda drying attachment, and you can see it's got, what I love about a lot of these new tools is that they have multi-purpose. So this one has got a couple of different settings. So what you can do is spin this bit around. So I now have the little arrow facing the bottom, and what that's done is it's opened up this kind of vent here. What Coanda means is it's basically the movement of the airflow that Dyson have just done the most amazing job at engineering. So this is gonna flow the air through here just like a normal blow drying attachment. The old one looked like this, so quite a bit bigger, so I'm expecting this to be a little bit more precise with where it's blows the air. Let's see, I'm going to put it, so on the Dyson Airwrap you've got a few different attachments. Full power and full heat is what I like. Okay, this is literally my first time using this, so let's see. I'm always just, excuse the pun, blown away with how quickly the Dyson Airwrap dries my hair. Before I had this, drying my hair would be a mission. Like, I would literally have to be an hour blow drying and sorting my hair out. But I think also using good products definitely helps. I think one of the many, this has literally got 21 benefits, and I think one of them is reducing drying time. But between the two, that and the Airwrap, my hair, it's a game changer. It's definitely a game changer. So yeah, the main difference, as predicted, is just that the air, obviously the same amount of air is coming through, so it's just as powerful, but with this one, because there's just this vent, it's all kind of pointing in one direction, whereas there is more of a breadth, I guess you could say, of where the air goes with this. So more precise, whereas this, I probably, to be honest, will still use this attachment for those rough drying days. Okay, so you might be wondering what happens when we turn the arrow up to the top here. This, in my mind, is quite similar to the flyaway attachment on the Supersonic that I shared with you a little while ago, because basically this little switch at the top here, this actually moves. Can you see it flicks back and forth? Again, it's all about directing the airflow. So if, like me, you've got quite a few little broken hairs up at the top here, this is really great at smoothing those down. But to be honest, I won't use this until the end. It's one of those kind of finishing touches just to create a really beautiful smooth finish. So the next attachment is the hair brushes, and we've got two hair brushes in with the new Dyson Airwrap Complete. We have got the hard brush here and the soft brush. The soft brush, I would say, is slightly better if you've got fine hair, or if you've got a slightly more sensitive scalp, then you might want to go for the soft brush, whereas the hard brush is great for really thick hair. I actually find it quite massaging on the scalp. So to be honest, this is the old one, by the way. Visually, the only real difference that I can see is that there's actually more, this is the new one, there's actually more of a gap between the bristles in the new one, and that is with the aim of allowing a lot more airflow to come through. So I'm wondering if maybe it will actually dry the hair even quicker, but also again you're going to get that coanda effect, which is going to keep the hair on the brush and enable you to get a little bit more shape. So I'm going to use the fine attachment. My hair is actually quite fine, even though I've got a lot of it. So I've just done this little front section. I like to pin my hair half up and half down when I'm using the Dyson, and it definitely feels like there's a lot more air coming through than previous. To be honest, I very, very rarely actually use the brush attachments because I like to have a little bit more volume, a little bit more movement in my hair. So now the more exciting attachments, which are the ones that give you, well, exciting in my opinion, the ones that give you a little bit of wave and movement to the hair. So first of all, a little reminder of the old attachments. They look like this. For a full head of curls, you needed two. So you can see they've got arrows on them. So basically when you get to the back, you switch around and you change your barrel so that the hair always goes away from your face, following the arrows. I can't tell which, no, that's the wrong one. I always look in the mirror because that's, you want your hair to go away from your face, so I'd use this one on this side and this one on this side, and again using that coanda air effect, the hair is blown around the barrel. However, game-changing new barrels from the new Airwrap, so you can see this has got two arrows, and then again you've got that little white arrow, and you can switch the direction, and you can just very subtly see that these little vents actually move around. So if you are wanting to create curls in different directions without switching the barrel around, this is going to be amazing. I actually have the barrels for longer hair, and I've really got used to using them in this length, so I'm really hoping that they either have or are going to bring these out in the version for longer hair. But I'm excited to give this a try. So again, I'm going to use the mirror trick, looking in the mirror. I need my hair to go that way. It feels so tiny compared to the one that I'm used to. So just take a little bit of hair, hold it about a couple of inches from the bottom, and let the Airwrap do the rest. I know it looks really dorky, but I actually like to leave them in these little tight curls for as long as possible. You'll see that with the air from doing the others, it does start to drop anyway, but that in my head just makes them last a bit longer. And then I'm going to switch it. Sorry, I just had to change my battery, but I think you're in a better position now. So again, using the exact same barrel, I've just turned the arrow the opposite direction. And although I look completely crazy with my hair half up and half down and no makeup on, the hair is looking really great. So you can see that that's literally created a perfect curl. Volume, because it blow dries the hair away from the face. And if I brush this side out, you can see how you get that really voluminous kind of big Hollywood wave. If you do want even bigger curls, then obviously the bigger attachment is amazing. I'm still in love with the size of these, but that's really so convenient and a bit of a game changer, the fact that now when I'm traveling I only need to take the one. I don't need to worry about losing my second one, not that I ever have done, and just a simple twist here is all you need to change the direction of your curl. Now, at the risk of making my hair look totally crazy, I'm just going to finish by showing you the round bristle attachment. It's between this one and the barrels that are my most used. I would say this is like my weekend hair when I just want to spend like 20 minutes and get that lovely bouncy blow dry look. This has not changed. I don't believe. I think it's exactly the same, and I'll show you how I do it. So I get a fairly large piece of hair. And if we take the barrel curled bits out of the way, you can see it's just given that really lovely like sweep, and that's because I really focused it on the ends of my hair. So again, I like to just kind of alternate which way, because with this you're not so controlled by the direction of the airflow. It just kind of comes out everywhere, so you can be quite manual with which direction your curl goes, and it just gives what I like to call a kind of Kate Middleton bouncy blow dry look. So yeah, very, very happy with the new attachments. My hair looks completely crazy now. I wouldn't recommend doing what I've just done and trying them all out in one go. In my attempt to not have completely crazy looking hair for the rest of the day, I've just scraped it all back in a bun again. I'm going to go downstairs and have some lunch, do a couple of hours or maybe just an hour of emails, and then I'll come and continue doing my hair properly and put some makeup on. Just had a lovely Dalesford salad for lunch, and I've made myself my oat milk cappuccino, I'm going to call it. Don't know what the difference is between oat milk latte and a cappuccino.
Oh, it's the milk. There is actually a big difference. This is why I want to go on a barista course.
We need to do that.
There's a huge difference. It's to do with the bubbles in the milk.
Bubbles.
And that's why I didn't realise this, because I only ever have double espressos, but I didn't realise this. You know the art that you have?
Yeah.
Normally it's just latte art. Cappuccinos, you don't normally have art.
No, it's too frothy.
And normally that's obviously chocolate, isn't it? Traditionally cappuccino.
Chocolate.
So yeah, it would be interesting because we've got an amazing machine.
Yeah.
We need to use the frother more. I think it's difficult with oat milk. I don't know if you'd get an oat milk latte cappuccino if there's a huge difference.
No. But whenever I make a coffee, you guys always ask about my insane mug. I just love it because it's absolutely ginormous, and I do love a big, seriously milky, frothy coffee, and it's come from a company called Nom Living, and Charlie's actually just unboxed some new bits from them. Do you want to show us what we've got?
So we have been gifted these, but we purchased all of those. So like a lot of brands that we feature, I found them online. Found out they're British. I think they're all made in the UK. What is interesting, it says we believe in handcrafted products. Every single product we sell has been individually handcrafted. And but yeah, so we purchased them, we featured them, and then they were like, "Oh, we'd love to send you some new pieces."
And that's all of these little bits.
Yeah, and we've also got these in here. Look.
Gosh.
Oh, look. So
we have a lot of their stuff.
We bought all of these.
Yeah.
And then they contacted us, and I said, you know what, we'd love some new pieces, but we've already got a lot. can we wait until a new exciting project arises? More to be revealed soon.
Everyone has already guessed, but we're still not going to say it.
We're not going to say it until it's properly nearly there. So anyway, that's what these have come for. So 6 of each. These are really good for tea.
Yes, you always have your mint tea, don't you?
Yeah, these are actually coffee cups though.
Oh, right.
I prefer having tea in them, but they are actually for coffee. And then these are obviously for smaller drinks.
That is great for like a cortado or a big espresso.
I think there might be a third type that we've got.
Oh, really?
There's quite a few in here. I can't remember what.
And is this bowl from them as well?
Yeah, they actually just sent us this. I didn't ask for this, but it's really nice.
That would be really nice for like a big pasta salad.
Salads, pastas.
Yeah.
So the finish that I love, that they don't have any of at the moment because, as I say, they're handcrafted, is like a dark green glaze where it's crackled.
Ooh.
So eventually, what I'm thinking is I would love to replace what we've got in straw top with some of the ones from there, so it all matches, and then get some of their green crackle glaze here.
For here.
So
will they do this cup in crackle?
I don't think they do. It's mostly just this and this, but it's a dark green crackle glaze.
That'll look so nice.
But yeah, it's just a lovely brand and a really nice guy. I think they've got a shop on Borough. Where is it? Columbia Road.
Colombia.
Actually, that's not in Borough, is it?
That's other
near
side.
Shoreditch way, is it?
Columbia Road is east, yeah.
And yeah, but obviously you can order them online. And yeah, a brand that we love, British.
Very nice.
And it's good to see sort of things being made properly.
Yeah. So that is where you can get your hands on these ginormous cappuccino mugs. Very nice.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun.
Okay, I've just come over to this corner of the room because the light was dazzling me over where I did my hair, but that was about 12 minutes of using the round bristle brush, and as you can see, it's just given some really nice volume. And this is the brush that I was saying gives you that kind of Kate Middleton blow dry look, and it's also the quickest and easiest to do, and great if your hair is kind of drying in, like my hair dries in weird kinks sometimes, especially if I've had it tied up. So if I have had a morning where I've just been letting my hair dry naturally, it's looking like it might get a little bit crazy and out of control, then I'll use the bristle brush, and that just makes it look really smooth and really voluminous, and with some really nice shape to it as well. I haven't got any product on, but I might do a little bit of hairspray just to finish it off. If I look a little bit weird, like I've been crying, it's because I have got something in my eye. Sorry, that was probably very unattractive, from my mascara brush. However, the mascara itself is this one from Jones Road, which is Bobbi Brown's new brand, and it is one of the best, if not the best mascara I have tried in such a long time. If I pop you up there, I can show you the brush is just like super voluminous, super bristly, but I think I'm not blaming the mascara for my itchy eye. I think one of Dickin's little hairs has floated into my eyeballs. Dickie's hair is not like a normal dog. It's almost like cat hair. It's really fine, and obviously I cuddle him about 12,000 times a day, and his hair just like poofs out into the atmosphere, so I always get it in my eyes, I get it on my clothing, and you know when there's just that one hair that I can't get out. Anyway, now that I'm finally dressed and hair dried for the day, I have got to film some Instagram stories for some campaigns that I've got coming up, and I really need to tackle my inbox. So I've been doing that thing this morning where I vlog as a procrastination from doing other work. So I'm gonna bid you farewell for a few hours, and I'll catch up with you once the chap's in the kitchen garden. Look how dorky I look in my reflection, just stood here talking to a little camera on my shelving unit. Oh my goodness, we'll just pretend that reflection's not there. Yes, I'll take you guys down to the kitchen garden for another update once the chaps have gone, because they have started laying the red brick path today, and it's looking very exciting down there. I'm back again just really quickly because I realised I didn't actually share the finishing touch to my hair. As you can see, I've brushed out the curls a little bit, and I'm adding, as literally the last thing, this is from a brand called Kristen S, and they've got some really nice, it's quite like a small brand. They've got some really nice hair products. This is their dry finish working texture spray, texture building and instantly voluminizing. It also smells literally like perfume. It smells so, so good. So if you just want to get that, especially on freshly washed hair, you just want to get it a little bit kind of like roughed up, a little bit less perfect looking, then that is the finishing touch. Okay darlings, it's now 6 p.m. I've just wrapped up a load of emails and filming a load of Instagram stories for the day, and I'm just going to make myself a lovely cup of herbal tea as I unwind and do, oops, if I can do it one-handed, as I unwind and do my gardening duties for the day. So this is also from Espa. They literally have got you covered when it comes to these lovely wellness products, and this is their Bergamot Positivity. So it's actually a bergamot flavoured herbal tea. It's got green tea in there, and then also it's got some of the same ingredients as the products I was using earlier. And I'll enjoy this while I'm doing an hour or so of potting on out on the terrace. And what a beautiful evening it is for Charlie to take out the recycling.
It's recycling day.
And for me to do my potting on. So I apologise if I'm repeating myself because I think I showed you this earlier on in the vlog. But as you can see, my kohlrabi, my pak choi and my Asian greens are doing well, and they now need potting on. So I've prepared this little seed tray. I'm using some of my Christmas Sophie Allport trays for them to go on, and that way I can water them from underneath. By the way, they've still got 20% off with the discount code that I'll leave on the screen and link down below for their lovely homeware bits to celebrate their birthday. So I'm going to do as I did before, use my Sharpie to create little holes in here and give each of these little seedlings its own area to thrive, hopefully. So here we go, my little seedlings now in their own little beds. We've got the pak choi, kohlrabi, Asian greens, cabbage caramba, and then fennel down here. And as you just saw, I popped some water in the bottom of this tray, and then it'll just drink in the amount that it needs, and also that encourages root growth. Again, apologies if I'm completely repeating myself. So once this has been in the water for a few minutes, I will then pop it, I don't know whether to do it in the greenhouse or... I don't think we'll do any more frosts, so I think it'll be fine in the greenhouse. I'm not sure if my fennel has got too leggy. This is what happens when you don't realise that your seeds have germinated and suddenly they start shooting for the light, and there definitely wasn't enough light on that windowsill, so we shall see if any of these come back to life. I've planted these hoping for the best, but we shall see. Good morning, my darlings. It is now Tuesday. I had to think about that, and today is a London day, so a day of meetings. I was expecting it to be a rainy day today, so I've come in wearing trousers, very unlike me, a nice cozy knit and flat shoes, and it's turned out to be a lovely day, so I've definitely missed out on an opportunity to wear a nice spring dress. So first of all, after getting off the train, I actually went and finally got my passport picture taken. I've been putting off doing it for so long. I feel like there's so much pressure for a passport picture because you have to look at it for 10 years, and I'm kind of annoyed with myself actually. I should have taken my time a little bit more. I went into Snappy Snaps on Baker Street, and I was expecting it to be like a little booth where you'd have time to like get yourself ready, brush my hair, put some more makeup on, and just like take my time and get it right. But actually it was a guy with a camera, like a really good professional setup and probably a better picture, but I just didn't have time to like prepare myself. And he was like showing me the pictures, and I couldn't be like, oh, my hair looks funny, or oh, I don't like my smile. I didn't want to be fussy, so I just kind of got a picture that I'm probably only 20% happy with. and I've only got to stare at that picture for the next 10 years of my life, but never mind. So I've got a really nice day of meetings today, the first one of which is at, yeah, see my hair just looks really bedraggled and this is how I took my passport picture. Never mind. It was windy and rainy at Banbury Station, so any attempt that I made to make my hair look nice was completely futile. But yeah, really nice day of meetings ahead. First one is at a really lovely members club called the Albright Members Club, which I believe is female only. Men are allowed in, but men aren't allowed to be members. So I've only ever been in there for events before, but I think we're having a nice bridal related meeting to start the day. And then I've got a really fun, I think it's gonna be fun, a really nice treatment later on. It's a facial and body treatment at the same time, and you probably can't hear me anymore due to roadworks, so I'll catch up with you later on today. Hello again, darlings. It's a few hours later. Had a really lovely meeting to start the day. Now just taking a quick shortcut through Somerset House, and this is a real throwback because this is where Fashion Week used to happen. I also used to come here to take lots of my vlog pictures, but then the security guards would always kick me out. So it's nice to be here and not be doing anything naughty. Although I am getting a few strange looks vlogging here. My next meeting is at 180 Strand, which is one of the newer Soho House buildings, and I've actually not been to this one before, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. You might recognise this space. It's also where the ice rink is at Christmas. Really beautiful. Don't think I showed you my outfit of the day. It's a bit of a strange one. I'm wearing these comfy H&M linen trousers because my facial and treatment later required comfy trousers. Thought it was going to be raining, so I wore my Gucci flats. And then I've got this really cute, it's the H&M Simone Rocha cardigan because I wanted something with a nice neckline for taking my passport pictures, and it's got this lovely pearl detail. And just a little bit of Instagram versus reality. I just had to do the nerdiest thing. I have a reel that's going live on my Instagram at some point this week, and the brand just gave their feedback. They wanted a voiceover for the reel, so I basically just had to go and find a baby changing bathroom somewhere quiet. That's why I came into Somerset House. Found a baby changing bathroom and recorded the voiceover, hoping that no one was going to come in and think I was an absolute weirdo. But I did a quick edit in the bathroom, and I'll upload it when I've got the Soho House Wi-Fi. But these are little things that you guys would just never imagine go on behind the scenes, and I've just realised that the building opposite here is called Macaroni House. I think that should be my future abode. So after that meeting, I thought I would just come and get something green, because I've had a lot of brown today, lots of coffee, and also something pink, of course, a glass of rosé, but I'm not alone. Cheers, darling, to impromptu rosé meetings.
Would there be any other impromptu rosé date?
No.
Be anyone else?
Although I did say Freddie should go and get a Shake Shack. And
but when you sent that text, I just died inside.
Why?
I'd literally just eaten that.
What did you eat?
I had like a burrito bowl, like a naked bowl.
So Shake Shack would have been better?
Yes.
Oh no!
It will kill me, but you said Shake Shack.
I know! I love how like that was the plan and now it's just a bowl of green, but never mind, it looks good. So we're having a very quick catch up before my facials. Cheers, darling! Yay! Well, that was a lovely way to spend the last hour, and now my final appointment of the day. I am back up in Marylebone and I'm heading into the Waterhouse Young Clinic for a hydropresso facial treatment, facial and body. It sounds amazing, so let's head inside.
It is a suit, okay, so you're going to have to swing your legs around. So I recommend just sitting like this and then swing your legs into.
Okay. Great.
That's so like.
And is it like air, but it just like pummels it?
Yeah. So what it's doing, I'll explain.
Okay.
So, and shuffle yourself down. Perfect. It's going to fill up, hold. Move to the next bit, fill, hold. Next. And when it gets to your abdomen and around your buttocks and your back, it gets really intense. And some people will let it then stop. And then it will stop. And then it will relax. And then it will just go around. It's quite nice just to know, isn't it?
My skin is normally actually fine, but it's quite
blemishy at the moment.
Is it? Okay.
I have a real problem with my chin, and there's this one, you'll probably see when I make this one pore in the middle, it's always blocked. Like, I can squeeze it every day. It's one really central pore in my chin, but this area, not so much this side, this area is always congested. The makeup in my chin never lasts. It's a real...
Well, it's a real hormonal area, isn't it? That's the thing. It's a real... all of this area all around here, so, and then you do get those repeat offenders. What I'm going to do now is start with the hydrofacial, and I want to cleanse and exfoliate. So I'm going to release the serum onto the skin. Main ingredient is glucosamine, which is a non-acid exfoliant, so it's going to lift the dead skin cells in preparation for you to move a vacuum over, which will remove them. So this can feel a bit scratchy, but it's not uncomfortable.
Back home again. My gosh, I always feel like I look a little bit scary after a facial, and not one of these people that just like comes out of a facial and is glowing straight away. I need to like have a bath, have a shower, sort my hair out, but my goodness, that was an incredible experience. I loved the fact that while you're having the hydrofacial on your face, you're also getting, what did they call it? It was like, as you saw, I was in a kind of giant inflatable wetsuit, and this machine was pumping air in quite powerfully. Like, it felt like I was really being squeezed at various parts of my body, so it would pump loads of air into your feet, and then your shins, and then your thighs, and then your abdomen and your bum, and like my legs are actually aching now. I feel like I've done a workout, and this kind of massage is all about improving your lymphatic drainage, but it also feels really nice. So while normally your body is just lying there during a facial, I feel like I've multitasked with this beauty treatment, which was great. Hydrofacials are just heavenly. It's a real mixture of a light peel, exfoliation, super hydrating serums, LED, blue light and red light technology. So you literally get everything. My skin feels super soft. I'm going to do another cleanse now because she did put an SPF on my face to get home. Obviously, after any kind of peel, especially a peel within a facial, that might be a little bit stronger, you just need to make sure you put some, you need to just protect your skin. So factor 50, and when I'm gardening at the weekend, I'm going to need to wear a cap because that fresh layer of skin that's here now is very sensitive. But yeah, feeling good, and hopefully this congestion will start to sort itself out. So I'm gonna just do a really light cleanse and then just put a really nice calming night cream on for the evening. But before I do that, I'm gonna go down and show you one more kitchen garden update. Luckily, I've got home in time to show you the kitchen garden updates in actual daylight instead of by torchlight. It's just myself coming down this evening because Charlie's not feeling 100% very well. But as you can see, we have got the border here for the red brick, which is going to make for the most beautiful pathway. And you can see it's really elevated the actual walkway. So it's a good, I would say, 4 or 5 inches higher. So the raised beds are actually not too raised. Under here, we have got a full pathway, but they're actually under cover. But I've lifted this section of the cover up to show you the beautiful pathway. Now, this might be very boring to some people, but this to me is just the most beautiful path. We decided to spend a little bit more and get the bricks laid end on end. So what you can do is get the bricks laid flat, but we thought it was a really nice design detail to get them laid end on end, and it gives this really beautiful finish. So they've done this section beyond the board here, and they've done that section there. So I think tomorrow they'll do the other 2 sections leading into this middle bit underneath the pergola. and then that circle over there. In fact, it looks like they've actually started over there as well. Yeah, underneath those 2 boards. And then the next step is flagstones in the middle, and then we're getting the flagstones in the middle of the beds as well, which will help us be able to access all the different parts of the bed. I'm really amazed with how much they've got done today, actually. It's always the fun thing about days in London. I come home and so much has been done. Good morning, my darlings. It's the next day. And today it feels as though we've gone back to autumn. So I'm wearing a super duper autumnal outfit, but I actually really like it. And you know when you just feel really comfortable in an outfit and feel like you look quite presentable as well. So this outfit is getting a big fat tick from me. I've popped on underneath this really lovely colourful, but I must say they do feel like quite autumnal colours. In fact, I've got a really lovely photo that I took with Kat on the super windy day of this dress, which I'll pop on the screen here. Yeah, so lovely dress underneath, but it's too chilly to just wear the dress, but I didn't want to completely cover up my outfit with a big coat, so I've popped on my Chloe cape, which is one of my lovely Bicester Village purchases, and I like that the dress underneath is so patterned, so it just kind of like sneaks out. But yeah, tragically it's quite cloudy today, but I don't mind a day of cloud today as long as the Easter weekend is sunny, because we have got some really, really lovely plans for the Easter weekend, which, when are you guys going to be watching this? Thursday. It's coming up. It's coming very soon. So yeah, anyway, so this morning I am heading to Hayley. I'm actually getting a pedicure. Oh gosh, my hand looks pale. I need to do some fake tanning later. Got a pedicure this morning. I could do with a manicure as well, but actually I've only had Builder Gel. The brand is Gel Colour. You can see my ring finger tragically broke, but I've just been really enjoying super neutral nails at the moment, so I've just had Builder Gel on, and then I'm heading to, surprise surprise, Soho Farmhouse for another meeting. It just makes me very, very happy when brands that want to meet are happy to meet at the farmhouse. I found since lockdown, a lot of people that work for beauty brands and fashion brands have actually been moving out of London. This particular PR that I'm meeting today, lovely Paula from Elizabeth Arden, she's actually lived rurally for a long time, but it's just so lovely to have meetings out of London. Obviously yesterday was a day of meetings in London, and I've just got the one meeting at the farmhouse after my nail appointment. When I'm getting a pedicure, I always feel bad that I'm a bit antisocial, but I do like to get a bit of work done while I'm sat there. So I'm going to take my laptop with me, have a productive morning. So yeah, that's the plan. Time to go. So following my facial yesterday, this lighting is quite harsh. I have really overlined, my lips feel puffy this morning, but I've really overlined my lips with this new, wow, they actually look too big, don't they? This new lip product from Rare Beauty, which I believe is Selena Gomez's brand. I hope I've got that right. Factor 50 on, of course, after the peel. I used the SkinCeuticals Factor 50. I used quite a few new products actually this morning, so we'll see how this lasts throughout the day. Well, this morning has taken a turn for the worst. I have just given myself an almighty flat tire, and I don't actually believe that this has happened, because last week, sorry if you can hear my indicators, I've got the hazard lights on. Last week, I don't know if I told you, but Charlie was driving to the Soho Farmhouse and gave himself a flat tire by driving into a pothole, and I was like, Charlie, how could you be so stupid? You know how to drive around the potholes. And we luckily, as you can see, maybe, we have a tire on the back of the car, because that's like how Defenders are, you always have a tyre on the back of the car. And we've been driving around without the spare tyre for the last 4 days while we were waiting for the new one to be replaced, and it got replaced literally yesterday afternoon, and I've just bust a tyre again. Can't believe it. We've had this car since August, and never in my life, in neither Charlie nor I's lives, have we ever punctured a tyre before, and now we've both done it in the space of 4 days of each other. So yeah, my meeting starts in 9 minutes. I've just called Paula to explain and apologise. Luckily she's very understanding. it could be as easy as the garage in our village coming out. They could be here in as little as 15 minutes, and it could be a really quick 5-minute changeover, or they might not have anyone available and I might have to go back to drawing board. But luckily Charlie is on the job for me. He's calling around the garages. So I'm just sat here in the middle of nowhere. Basically, a tractor was coming down the lane. I swerved into a curb. I heard it happen. It went bang, and then I could feel the car going down the lane. So yeah, I'm just sat here with a 0.4% of air in my tyres. So I can't drive. I can't go anywhere because I would completely kill the alloy. So I feel like a bit of an idiot. A few people are having to drive around me. The only saving grace is that I've got my laptop with me, and I think I've got 4G. Yeah, so I can personal hotspot. At least I can sit here and do some work, but what an idiot. What an absolute doorknob. Well, my knight in shining armour has just arrived. They're going to take the wheel off the back of the car and replace it, and I should be on my way again. An hour late for my meeting, but lovely Paula has moved the table. I'd have a big glass of wine with my lunch to get over the stress, but pretty sure I shouldn't do that with my driving. So I won't, don't worry, I'll be good. Don't drink and drive. But yeah, I should be on the road again in a few minutes. Oh my gosh. So the alloy's okay. You don't change that bit, do you? No. No, that stays on. Oh my gosh. Great, thank you. Tyre off the back.
The tyre for you yesterday?
I know. Talk about timing. Gosh. Would you be able to do this without that contraption that you're using?
My jack?
Yeah.
You have got a jack in here.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah, you've got all the tools to change the wheel.
Oh wow.
Just,
no clue how to use them.
Exactly.
Guys, I have been rescued. I've made it to the farmhouse. I'm just queuing to get in. I don't normally have to queue. It must be a busy day today. Listening to a bit of piano, guys, to cheer me up and celebrate being rescued. I'm an hour and 3 minutes late for my meeting, but I've kept Paula updated all the way, but we made it. We made it. Back home again now, darlings. Gosh, what an eventful afternoon, but a really lovely meeting at the farmhouse with Paula. Luckily she was very understanding, and yeah, we had a really nice catch up, and the sun is out this afternoon. It's a really nice afternoon. It's now about 4 o'clock. Nicholson's chaps have left, so I'm going to give you one final daylight kitchen garden update to end the vlog, because it's looking really spectacular down there. I'm not actually going to recommend the makeup that I used this morning because it was a different foundation, and it seems to have all vanished around this area, but never mind, that was a side note. You want to show us what's been going on today, little bunny rabbits? Come on then. Okay, so first of all, I just noticed that our crab apple arch is starting to bloom. If you look closely, there are so many buds on here. Don't know if you guys remember last year, but it won't be too long until it's just covered in blossom. I think it's a bit earlier this year, so it's good for us to know that around Easter weekend is a good time to have friends over, because the arch will be in blossom. And then very excitingly, there has been a lot of progress down here today, so we're really able to see how spectacular the bricks look. So if we come to the side here, I never ever thought that I would get this excited about a pathway, but it really is so beautiful. It looks like it's always been here. It's raised the ground level up a little bit, so it's actually the same level as the lawn, and then there's this little gravel gully by the beds, which is going to hopefully be good for drainage. You can see that they've changed the direction of the bricks here, so it goes lengthways and then horizontally. Gosh, it just looks absolutely fabulous. They've also cultivated the ground in these little quadrants. You can see here the shape that it's going to be for the cut flower garden. So the cut flowers are the level down to the raised beds, because obviously they'll grow a lot higher. And the blooms will still be visible when you're walking down. I don't know what Charlie's watering. What are you watering, darling?
Used to not like dust.
Oh.
Like brickwork dust and stuff. I saw on a guy I follow on Instagram, he's like a landscape gardener. He had a load of brand new ones delivered.
Yeah.
And some builders were building near them and they all died.
Shish kebabs.
I'm a bit nervous that I saw them a bit dusty.
So you're cleaning your hedge?
I'm literally cleaning the hedge.
Gosh. Is there anything Charlie won't do? But yeah, back to the brickwork. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to continue on the kind of crisscross here, and then the middle here is going to be flagstones. So it's just all looking incredible, and I'm itching to get planting, but we still don't have our irrigation pipes, so I can't do it just yet. The pergola looks fabulous. Oh, what a dream. So for the first time in our new kitchen garden, I'm going to wrap the vlog up here because I'm pretty sure we're approaching the hour-long mark, and I'm trying to keep them all under an hour. So darlings, I really hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Stay tuned for, I think we'll probably do another fashion video on Sunday. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!